To know that we know what we know, and that we do not know what we do not know. That is true knowledge. Things don't happen for no reason. They happen to teach you something. Generally in war, the best policy is to take a state intact. To ruin it is inferior to this. The petty thief is imprisoned, but the big thief becomes a feudal lord. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. You don't destroy what you want to acquire in the future. A ship is always safe at shore, but that is not what it's built for. 10 seconds, that's all it takes for life to throw you a curveball. To think too long about doing a thing often becomes its undoing. Feel your emotions, live true your passions, keep still your mind. Keep your best wishes close to your heart and watch what happens. To forget the whole world is easy. To make the whole world forget you is hard. People throw stones at you, and you convert them into milestones. Être dans le vent, c'est avoir le destin des feuilles mortes. You show me a capitalist, and I'll show you a bloodsucker. In conflict, straightforward actions generally lead to engagement. Surprising actions generally lead to victory. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. You are not the opinion of someone who doesn't know you. A trusting heart will follow only those who truly follow their heart. Kendati batasantara kebebasan, dan ketidak pedulian terkadang saru. My fear was not of death itself, but a death without meaning. Your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. There is no such thing as a great talent without great willpower. We are finite in that we are a product and source of the infinite. Know what you want, work to get it, then value it once you have it. Do not let the roles you play in life make you forget who you are. Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza. A path doesn't appear on its own. We've to make it, and we can make it. Don't depend too much on anyone in this world, because even your own shadow leaves you when you are in darkness. Hard work is only a prison sentence when you lack motivation. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. It's always the ones who are the quietest who often have the greatest things to say. The most important person you meet in life is your highest self. Crying can bring relief as long as you don't cry alone. Now I know what success is, living your truth, sharing it. They laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're all the same. Fear is the polio of the soul, which prevents our walking by faith. The truth doesn't cost anything, but a lie could cost you everything. The gods are fond of the cryptic and dislike the evident. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. Great knowledge is universal. Small knowledge is limited. Great words are inspiring. Small words are chatter. Death is unstoppable. One must face it as a fact of life. Just because it's taking time doesn't mean it's not happening. Dream big. Wake up. Take the first step into the unknown. When the position is such that neither side will gain by making the first move, It is called temporizing ground. Over time, hidden truths morph in the dark soil of deceit into something much worse. Don't flail against the world, use it. Flexibility is the operative principle in the art of war. There are few reasons for telling the truth, but for lying, the number is infinite. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. Never say that I have taken it, only that I have given it back. It is man's natural sickness to believe that he possesses the truth. I don't want life to imitate art. I want life to be art. I live in my own little world, but it's okay. They know me here. Be willing to leave the ground behind if you want to fly. The expert in anything was once a beginner. Tomorrow hopes we have learned something from yesterday. If fate doesn't make you laugh, you just don't get the joke. Hold faithfulness and sincerity as first principles. All things one has forgotten, scream for help in dreams. Sometimes the best of God's gifts arrive by the shattering of all the window panes. People are the most difficult thing in the world to change. The most dangerous of all falsehoods is a slightly distorted truth. Notice the difference between being in control and needing control. Everything has to be all right. Maybe not today, but eventually. Man is no longer an artist. He has become a work of art. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. The truth isn't always beauty, but the hunger for it is. In the midst of darkness, he alone sees the dawn. In the midst of the soundless, he alone hears harmony. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow, decision to the releasing of a trigger. Let everything be allowed to do what it naturally does, so that its nature will be satisfied. In war, numbers alone confer no advantage. Do not advance relying on sheer military power. Attack where he is unprepared. Sally forth when he does not expect you. If ignorant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. Do no harm, and leave the world a better place than you found it. Correct your mistake as soon as you have found it. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. Perhaps home is not a place, but simply an irrevocable condition. Face your life, its pain, its pleasure. Leave no path untaken. You become mature when you become the authority of your own life. We cannot do everything at once, but we can do something at once. Faster, faster, until the thrill of speed overcomes the fear of death. When your opponent gives you an opening, be swift as a hare. Great men are like eagles and build their nest on some lofty solitude. Until death itself comes, no calamity need be feared. I don't want to end up simply having visited this world. Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. Start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. Those who win never give up. Those who give up never win. No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. Either you want change or you want comfort, but you can't have both. Old ways won't open new doors. It's good to do uncomfortable things. It's weight training for life. He who is highly esteemed is not easily conspired against. A lion chased me up a tree, and I greatly enjoyed the view from the top. Respect is earned, honesty is appreciated, trust is gained, loyalty is returned. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. If you concentrate on small, manageable steps, you can cross unimaginable distances. When inequality takes root, a garden of problems flourishes,